Hi guys, it's almost time to start your private lessons, and that means teaching binders need to be ready to go. So I just wanted to run through what we do here at the school for taking lesson notes. So every student has a sheet and a binder, and every teacher records each lesson's plan before they come for the lesson and then follows up with checks or notes as they finish their lesson. Your binder should be neat and orderly and keep track of the students, what they're working on and what they've reviewed, what their goals are for the year. And most importantly, when you look at your binder, make sure that a substitute could come in if you are sick that day, open up your binder and be able to figure out how to teach that class for you as smoothly as possible.
So let's take a look at my lesson binder from last year, and I'll open to the very first page. Wyatt, Monday morning. Here's his concerts, the piece he's playing in festival, his RCM exam pieces. Now I chose these pieces in September. The RCM pieces should all be learned by January. They might not be performance ready, but they've been learned. The more senior students that have complicated pieces to learn, they still should have their pieces learned by January, at least all the hardest parts, or they should be doing their exam not in June, but maybe the next January. So choose these for them in September and know what they are all year. Fiddle solo. So they have a waltz, a jig, and a reel. The fiddle solo is what they learned in the summer with their teacher or at institute, or if they went to the Gale College. It's their special solo. They should always have a fiddle solo in their back pocket that they can play for any event. If they don't have a fiddle solo set that's unique or special for them, then their set is what we did last year or the year before in a set from our group Suzuki classes. You can ask me what those are if you don't know them. The focus is what you're working on with them. You want to have this focus for a couple of months. This is something that you want to work on for a couple of months, and by the time you stop working on it, you know that they've worked on it for so long, it's not going to be coming back and they're playing. Here's what a lesson schedule can look like, and this is how I do it. So we have all of the new things. These are new nuggets, new things I plan to present. I may or may not do these. This is the most important part of the lesson. This is new things. This would be things that were recently new. I put an R next to it. So we would have just learned to study and see. I'm going to check on it this week and make sure he's not doing any funny notes. We would have just learned diminished 7th E flat. Same thing. I want to make sure that he's got it and he's not doing it incorrectly and practicing it wrong for weeks at a time. Here you would put your review pieces that you plan to do for the lesson. So I remember this lesson, Hunter's Chorus. I chose this specifically because we were working on getting his pinky on the stick. And so I would remind him or ask him to discover why the pinky on the stick is so important for the first couple notes of Hunter's Chorus. And it's because it has a kole bow, yum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum. And you can't do that kole bow without a really nice round pinky. So this would be an example of your review piece and how it supports your focus. Or you could also do a piece here that's in the key of the new scale you're learning. Or maybe a nugget that you're learning here, for instance, might have staccato bows. So you could review staccato bows from the book 1 piece here. I also put on each page, the first page, their poem. And I usually write it in either another color, or I put a P with a circle so I can find it. This one I put in kind of bigger letters so that I can find it easily. And then when I sign them up for their concerts, I can find that very quickly and it doesn't take me any time. At the very bottom, I put their intervals so I can check them off. We do a few intervals every week or so, and then it's not a lot at the end. And the scales. I work on 1 or 2 or 3 scales if they're more advanced every single lesson at one point, and I check it off just so that I can make sure that I didn't miss any for the year. So that's my practice binder.
This is an example of a pre-twinkler sheet in Julia's binder. So she's a beginner, so she doesn't have the exams and concerts and things like that. This is a brand new sheet ready to go for September from Maggie Green, and she already has her poem there and her goals for the first concert on October 12th, and she's got her lesson plan ready to go. Great job, Julia. So good luck with your binders, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. If you have a new student this year and you're not sure about what level they are, what they're doing, send me a quick email and I can catch you up on them. And if you also are doing higher levels and you'd love to have those RCM sheets, I have a binder full of extra ones just for you. Okay, good luck.